Fibonacci undefeated once again. So I'm making a video about what's going on right here with the Fibonacci, right? And I've been looking at the Fibonacci for a long time, and I put it to use quite a bit, but I want to show you the magic of the Fibonacci. And if we get the right points on the chart, to me, I don't understand completely how Fibonacci works or why it works, but I do know that the algorithm responds to these different levels in the Fibonacci. And so we have, you can see on mine between 0 and 1, we have 0.25 marked out. We have 0.5, 0.62, 0.705, 0.79, all the way to 1. Okay, and it can go farther than that. And there are different ways that we as traders can use the Fibonacci. But what I like to do is something I learned is to just go ahead and make sure that we have the highs and the lows on the range marked out. So from Friday, I used this Fibonacci here, and I saw that it was way down here, which was in what we call deep discount. And I got in on it because I knew it was going to be headed back to 0.50 or equilibrium. And so that's where I had my take profit. And you see there was this amazing hero trade that it took almost 90 minutes to come to fruition, but great trade. Now, where did it go up to? It went up to 0.62, back into what we call the premium zone. So anything above 0.5, which is our equilibrium, anything above 0.5 is in premium, anything below that is in discount. Now, if price is above it, then we go ahead and put the one on top. If price is below equilibrium, we put the one at the bottom and the 0 on top. So the first thing we have to do is look at what points are we going to use to make sure that we have the right range that we're looking at. And so we have this point right here from the 11th, which is a high, and then it came down here to on Friday, it came down on the 12th, okay, all the way down here to which is almost let's see, how many points is that? So we have about a 650 point difference, okay, between the high on Thursday and the low on Friday. And you see where it's really clean right here and it's really clean right here. So I'm going to make that our range. Now, we're still within that range. It hasn't broken out of that range, so I'm still using that range, okay, to determine my bias and to help me determine where price is going to go. Now, for OTE, we have over here at 0.705 is called optimal trade entry. So that's our optimal trade entry level. And so when price gets there, it's a good time to start looking at shorting it. And see, as you can see here, there's these are exactly the same spot. They're just inverted, okay? So two Fibonacci scales, but they're just inverted, and so we can use them for the same levels. So as we can see, it's gone above equilibrium here, but look where it went to, 0.705, what we call OTE or optimal trade entry. It went there, and boom, it turns around, okay? How far down is it gonna go? I expect it to go back down here somewhere, back down toward equilibrium, because now it's trading in a premium. Until it breaks out of either one of these, of either this side or this side, then we're going to be trading in this same mode, okay? So we're going to be trading within this same range. And so we have it here within this range, that this is where price has gone. And I just wanted to make this video real quick to show how precise these, how precise it is, where price literally marks these levels and respects them to such a degree that it's undeniable that the market is being run by an algorithm. It's absolutely undeniable. There's no such thing as overall hive mentality or hive psychology, or, we're not bees, we're not ants. This is not that. This is an algorithm, and the algorithm understands where it wants to go, why, and when. So we go down here, it starts respecting, once it gets down here, it starts respecting OTE again on the discount side. then it makes its way back up, bounces between these two levels, between equilibrium and 0.62, goes all the way back up to OTE on this side, back on the premium side, which you can tell over here, OTE is on this side now, and it's and then once it hits that, what's it do? It turns right back around and it starts getting those fair value gaps. So I just wanted to make this video and show you how cool this is, utilizing what we know how to do here at Smart Wealth and SWATrade, what we know how to do, taking that and then allowing it to influence our daily bias and allowing it to influence where we are in the market and where we might go from there. So just very cool stuff. Like once it got up here in this kill zone right here, as soon as it tagged that kill zone at 0.62, then all of a sudden it started coming back down, bounced around here at OTE again, and then heads back up to OTE on the other side, and now it's making another correction. So anyway, this coupled with everything else that we teach, there's no reason with SWATrade that you can't be unstoppable. God bless you. Take care.
So I passed my prop firm exam. I have a $150,000 live account, and I would like to thank Jeff from Smart Wealth for being my mentor for the past 8 weeks and for really being there to help me progress in my trading. I personally was able to trade every single day and review those trades with Jeff in a call every single week. And I think that really not only helped keep me accountable and help me to stay committed to trading, but also allowed me to see my development as a trader and see that I can trust the process, I can trust the system and myself. The best advice I could give anybody who is either looking into JD's mentorship program or anybody's course on trading is to stick with that strategy and don't give up on it. Go all the way with it and really make it into your own thing. Find all the ins and outs of that strategy and stick with it until you reach your goals, pass your prop firm exam, and see how long you can use it for, and if it really stands the test of time, because that is really what a good strategy is that it withstands the test of time. And so that's what I get to find out now as I have my funded account. But I wish everyone out there good luck with their trading journey.
Well, the best home business you can start in 2024 is obviously day trading. You can start for less than $500. Once you learn how to trade, firms like our partner firm will give you $150,000 in trading capital that you don't have to pay back, and you can keep 90% of the profits. The only thing you really need is a computer and access to the internet. So with Starlink, you can do that from wherever you want, and the time freedom is unparalleled. It's a life skill that you own 100%. There's no inventory, there's no boss, no alarm clock. It's a skill you can pass on to your kids very easily, leaving them a legacy other than money, but a life skill that they can use over and over again.
Why do I trade? Freedom. Freedom is the most important thing any of us have. And without freedom, I don't think you can actually find happiness. I think that happiness comes from being able to be in control of who you are and be able to be in control of what you do and when you do it and who you do it with. So without freedom, I'm just not happy. I'm not good at having a job. I've had jobs, I've worked for other people in my family, which is even harder, and I just prefer the freedom that it gives me. With trading, I can set up my Starlink and I can just be wherever I want to be in the world. Right now, we're at a beautiful place here in Montana. We're probably moving back here full time. And with that same freedom, I've lived all over the country. I've lived in the islands and we can go back there anytime we choose. Just got to pack up the Starlink and go. And that's it. And I can raise my kids, out here in the real world, as opposed to having to capitulate to where kids are all on screens nowadays. My kids don't have any screens, so we have that freedom, that mobility to homeschool our kids and to be out here in God's country and go on hikes and horseback rides and riding bikes and hunting and fishing and doing all the things I did as I was a kid.
The number one mistake that I see new traders making is not managing their risk. So until you have like 1,000 hours on the charts and a lot of experience trading, I would never risk more than 1% on any one trade. And if you lose that 1%, go down to like 0.5%. 100% for the next trade. If you lose again, shut it down for the day. Just regroup and redefine your edge and see like what you're doing wrong so you can fix it. If you watch the market for a long enough period of time, you will understand that these market structure shifts that I talk about all the time happen multiple times a day. So if you're looking at it from the right perspective, using the right lens, and you have the right training, you will see that a market structure shift is something that always is going on. So you don't have to worry about missing out on a trade ever. You can trade right now, and then as soon as you turn on your computer tomorrow, there's going to be another opportunity. There's going to be another opportunity in about an hour if you know what to look for. So I implore you, don't have that fear of missing out and act like you got to jump in on this trade right now. Put the trade where the trade's supposed to go. Don't chase price and let the trade come to you, and you'll make a lot more money, guaranteed. Go ahead and follow us and you'll get much more value out of it than you did just now. Another mistake, probably the second biggest mistake I see traders making, is that they're not surrounding themselves with like-minded people. So when they are around people that will tell them, well, there's no way that you can actually make $5,000 in 10 minutes. It can get tough. Your family can look at you and be like, why don't you get a real job? And you should have a source of income while you're learning to trade, but it's going to make you want to quit. And if you surround yourself with quality people on the same journey as you, and seeing their successes will keep you motivated and uplifted. Because I've seen this issue over and over again, we had created our free community that we bring people into. If anybody's interested, you can definitely check that out. But definitely make sure that you surround yourself wherever it is with like-minded people.